Alright, give me 1 second, and I'll have the stream up on my end, and we'll be good to go. Fuck. Where is it? Ah, there we go. Okay, give me 1 second. Perfect. Okay, we're good to go. My back. Okay. Let me just get the game started. And, yeah. We'll be right in it. There we go. Let's continue where we left off. Being that everything turned out well last time, I'm gonna... Oh. Let's load that. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Alright. So, with that being the case, I'm gonna save over that. Just because, yeah. Alright. Give me 1 second. Shouldn't be. I mean, it doesn't look like a black screen on my end. I'm even checking the stream on another monitor, so it should be fine. Might have been for a couple seconds there, though. Like, Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? Oh, volume's a little low. Let me fix that. On what? Me or the game? Here. Let me check this as well. Actually, you know what? I can probably turn this up and see if that helps. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, let me fix that then. Oh, shit. Here. I forget which way turns up the volume. That way, okay. So hopefully that's fixed it? I'm not sure. I guess we give it a second and find out. Alright, yep, sounds better for me. I'm not sure about you though, but I'm gonna assume it's better there as well. Alright. So let's get back into the game. What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Okay. And now? Yes. Several days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir! Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should we do? Find him. Quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has been already... A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. The court is adjourned. Is it still too loud, by the way? December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Hey, Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under the guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sift through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had lately. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. To be continued. Save. Alright. So I'm guessing that the volume's fine now, yeah? December 27th to 11 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the owls, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yes. I do remember feeling faint. Right on! Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you could do better than that. Come on! I saved Edgeworth in there, dude! Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah! Bow your hero! Bow before your hero! Yeah, today's trial. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Yeah, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick, I don't know, but what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end.
Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me. Right, Nick?
Yeah, you, Larry.
Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment.
Edgeworth.
Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait, was that when you two were classmates?
Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me, and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know?
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial.
Class trial?
You remember, Larry? Spring end of 3rd grade? The kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Huh, I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that.
I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. And anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. It was coming down, I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it.
Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So the next day we held a courtroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. I'm not gonna do like voices for this one. Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you. Give me my money back. You're such a meanie. I'll play with you. Just admit it. Did it. You can't hide the truth. What are you gonna play with me anymore? Yeah, whatever. Fuck. I'm not gonna read these. They go by too quickly. There we go.
Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right.
In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it.
Go over and apologize, Phoenix.
I don't know what was... I didn't know what happened. What? Fuck, let me try that again. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs.
Miles?
It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent.
But Miles, it was your money that was stolen.
Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you just
all shut up? This is always how it is. Everyone ganging up on and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself.
I don't know. I'll replace the money myself. This class trial is over. I don't know what voice to do for her. I had it for a while, but then I completely lost it. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best friends.
Whoa, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot.
That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. After the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he'd become who he'd become. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me, whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick! So that's why you helped me out. Helped me out for free. Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Nick!
Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. Very well, maybe.
First, there's that rental boat shop
what is it? Rental boat shop, caretaker, I think?
We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. What evidence did I get rid of? I'm not sure. Oh, the Gordy stuff. I'm actually not sure of what everything got rid of. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Alright, let's go to... Detention Center? Blah, let me try that again. The Detention Center, maybe? December 27th. Detention Center. Visitor's room. You look as grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen. It was in 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, alright. Yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, don't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Why prosecute? Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals. I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook.
That would be Robert Hammond. On that day 15 years ago,
the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder.
Lost your memory?
Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed that Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys.
What's your relationship with Von Karma?
He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life. He is obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent, ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it's impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away.
Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now is no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit.
No kidding. Alright, let's go to... Grossberg, maybe? December 27th, Grossberg Law Offices. He's out again. When does he work anyway? Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Alright, then... let's go to Criminal Affairs Department, maybe? December 27th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Yeah. Right, Gourd Lake entrance then. December 27th, Gourd Lake Park entrance. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may, it's my duty to you as a police officer. Now, I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping. The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in there for a while.
I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble.
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Alright, let's go to Public Beach then. December 27th. Gourd Lake, Public Beach. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing.
Eyesore?
Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too.
I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work.
Alright, let's go boat rental shop. December 27th, boat rental shop.
That old caretaker got away.
Yep.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer.
I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Oh, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk? Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
Yeah, true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I might be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks.
Bye.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows? Probably trying to check out his understudy, I think? Where's my water bottles at? There they are. I need to drink a little bit of water. My mouth's getting a bit dry. That's better. December 27th, Caretaker's Shack.
Nobody's home.
Hello, hello.
Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly.
Hello, hello.
I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself.
Hello, hello. Examine the parrot.
Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick.
You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something.
Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you.
Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. Maybe there's evidence here? Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. Guess he hasn't been back here since the trial.
Ah!
What's wrong?
Huh? Oh, never mind.
What? Tell me.
Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week.
Oh.
See, that's why I didn't want to tell you. Say, Nick, don't people usually put pictures of fish up on their walls to boast about them?
Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of the fish they caught, right?
Right. But don't all the fish on the wall here look pretty puny to you?
Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one I got, you should have seen the one that got away.
Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him.
Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? Yeah. Alright, let's look at the fishing rod. That fishing pole looks expensive.
Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe.
Don't you think the caretaker, would mind?
Well, we can just leave him, the metal detector in exchange.
Maybe we'd better not. Oh, now I kind of almost wish I had the other fishing pole, but whatever.
It doesn't look like he used this kitchen much.
You're right.
I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie.
What, you thought he was telling the truth? I mean, I thought he was just insane, but... yeah. Or like he once ran one. Because, the whole thing about how he's had, like, damage from oxygen deprivation. Alright, let's leave. I'm not sure. Maybe there's something here? The boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone's around.
The caretaker must have run for the hills, huh?
Yeah, looks like it.
He didn't seem like a bad person.
I guess. There's a forest here, beyond these bushes.
Nick, the forest. There's someone in there.
You're right. There's a few policemen in there.
They must be looking for the caretaker.
Good luck. DL6. Oh, okay. There's some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently the police took... Okay, yeah, we already did that one. Alright, let's go to Grossberg, because, yeah, you're right. DL6 stuff from... if I give it to Grossberg, he should be able to tell me stuff. I probably should have realized that, but whatever. Move, and there's the offices. Oh! What? Where did he say he was gonna be? I completely forgot. Shit. Maybe... Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. Detention center, maybe? Nah, I didn't think so, unless... Okay. Wait. Okay, no. Was he... Okay, well, maybe I can talk with somebody? Wait, what evidence do I even have right now? Found the DL6 incident, time of death, and photograph. Let's go... Try to present DL6 case file. To who, though? Because it's not like I can just find anyone right now. Because, like, I went to Grossberg's offices, but he's not here. So I don't know, like, here. Let me just get a little hint for myself. Let's see. Okay. Center. Alright, Oh! I didn't even notice that that was there. Alright, give me 1 second. Oh yeah, maybe I should do that. Alright, let's go to Edgeworth then. Yeah. DL6 incident. Present. It was the case that changed my life, and tomorrow, on December 28th, its statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence? But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh well, that didn't help. But I did look something up, just like to get a little bit of a hint. And there's a safe in the oh, what's it called? In the caretaker's office that I didn't notice. Rental shop. Caretaker's shack. My bad. Where's the safe though? Wait, is this? Oh, okay. It has a. Yeah, I didn't notice that.
That reminds me, Nick. Wally here knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Wally, what's the number to the safe?
12228.
Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? Boring.
There's no name or signature on this thing. It's hand written in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth?
Oh, let me unplug my controller. It's actually vibrating from this.
Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get your revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. Oh, shit, you're right.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was found following instructions.
But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean, get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Letter from the safe added to the court record. Get revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This note details the murder and setup. There's nothing left in the safe.
I wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him.
He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial. Alright, let's go to probably Grossberg now. I imagine. Alright, right, go.
1 day left, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get going.
Alright. Oh, well. Detention center. I guess I can present it to Edgeworth if nothing else. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me?
Who is that old guy anyway?
I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all.
So he was following his letter then?
Which means there was someone else behind it.
Now's the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life.
2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond.
It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi?
I mean, I felt like this was obvious. The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Yeah, that's who I was thinking as well. Yanni Yogi. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled.
Help! I can't breathe!
Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier.
I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout!
Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen. Also, I don't think elevators are usually airtight sealed. That feels like a problem. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent.
I don't think he did it, honestly, with the fucking bullet hole in the side of the elevator. I mean, maybe, but I don't know, because, like, here, I'll show it in a second. Fucking this especially, but I'm not sure. Maybe. Huh? But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you?
Right.
Yeah?
There's something that's been troubling me these last few days.
Give me a second. Ah, there we go. Okay. Sorry.
I didn't know whether or not I should tell you.
You mean the nightmare?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder.
Probably Edgeworth, throw gun at them. What? I don't know what you mean.
I think that time has come to tell all.
The nightmare.
For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark.
Help, I can't breathe. Quiet.
Quiet. Quiet. You're not making this any easier.
I want to get out. Help, get us out.
Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen.
I can't breathe. You're using my air.
What?
Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you.
What? What are you?
Stop breathing my air.
No, Father. He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in the court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away. Get away from my father. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
But that's just a dream, right? Right?
That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me.
Wait, Edgeworth, you mean...
It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father.
This is bad.
What are you going to do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know. This one outside. Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Because it seems a little bit high for, like, the, because he got shot in the heart as well, so that's why I'm not sure, but I guess maybe. Depends on if the bullet went through him or not, now that I think about it. It might have, though. I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe...
There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6.
Yeah, I know. Let's go to him. Hey, December 27th, Grossberg Law Offices.
Mr. Gross... I keep saying Grossberg instead of Grossberg. Mr. Grossberg. Hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not...
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, hmm?
It's... Mr. Edgeworth, he...
I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm?
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite clearly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real. As you imagined? Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
No. I don't believe it.
Yogi was a suspect of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close.
But, like, why does the statute of limitations matter at all? Gregory Edgeworth. What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer, now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The results, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. And died in despair, as it were.
I see.
Why, didn't they shoot the glass in the door before running out of oxygen? Right?
I mean, honestly, I don't think elevators are even supposed to, like, have systems like that in real life anyway. Because, like, if you think about it, any power outage would basically put the lives of anyone in those elevators at risk. So they're not, like, closed systems, I doubt. Like, they shouldn't be, at least. I don't know, maybe some of them are. But I doubt that they actually all are. Especially since that seems, like, really unnecessary to do. To make it, like, fully close off air. Because, yeah, there's just no reason to do it. And I can't imagine that there's that many floors in a courtroom that they need to, like, close it off for any reason. Spirit medium.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Maya Fey.
Or, Misty Fey, I think is what he actually said. I'm not sure. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi.
Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
That's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless.
Makes sense. Alright, let's see. What can I present to him? This maybe?
Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sakes, but for his own.
Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his clients found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon enough. Wait,
What is it?
this letter. I've seen this handwriting before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this?
I mean, it's the only one who makes sense. Could it be Manfred von Karma?
Von Karma. Why, would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma. But wait. You're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports.
But what? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself.
What does this mean, then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Right. Maybe let's go to detention center? Give me a second. Okay, never mind then. No, let's move to maybe Criminal Affairs Department? Or did I just miss something? Or talk to her, maybe? Probably not. Let's go back to Grossberg, because maybe I missed something. Oh, yep, there it is. Prosecutor Von Karma. I'm a fool!
If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no.
But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
Gregory versus Manfred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted, and he won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusations stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Whoa!
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or, to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe.
You have a strange idea about vacations, Maya.
In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation?
What do we do, Nick? Von Karma's going to bring up DL6. You could bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I won't let him.
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. Vacation or he got shot? I can't believe he'd kill someone.
But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I can go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. Police materials, huh? You mean these police materials?
The incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see the completion of not one, but 2 trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damage the DL6 incident has done will never be erased.
Oh, okay. Then, I guess... maybe the Criminal Affairs Department? Can we go to the archive thing again? Oh, December 27th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs.
There's hardly anyone here.
Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi.
Ah, it's you! I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again.
Well, now, I can't have just anyone walking around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's in there.
Von Karma?
Yes, he just arrived actually. Von Karma's in the records room.
Nick, let's hurry.
Give me a second. Alright. Records room. December 27th. Police Department, records room.
Dusty as always.
We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I just noticed that he isn't here.
Von Karma?
Doesn't look like it. Let's examine. Oh. This cabinet is where they keep evidence for current cases. Some of the things are obviously murder weapons, others are question marks. Most of them just look like random junk.
Nick, what do you think this cloth pin is for?
Don't touch that. It's evidence. Oh, that's telling.
Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
Someone must have been looking in it recently.
The label says unsolved cases, evidence.
Unsolved cases?
Nick, the file for DL6, it's completely empty.
What? What are you doing in here?
Von Karma?
You! How do you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Alright. Well, let's talk to the guy then.
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father. Always second rate. Mr. Von Karma? You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. But why I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear defense attorney, is none of your business. Alright, tomorrow's trial. Tomorrow's trial will be the last last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Yeah, I know, I'm going to after. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow.
We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Alright. Let's see how you feel about this. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yoni to commit murder. Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter?
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle.
What? Nick, what's that thing?
A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence.
600,000?
Don't worry. Sorry. Don't worry. People don't usually die from it. Usually. Now, give me the letter.
No. No.
What are you?
Nick, run! Ah!
Maya! Out of my way!
What?
I should have ran. Ugh, he got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya! Or are we stupid to show it to the enemy? I know, I didn't want to, but I knew it's probably the only way we're continuing on the story anyway. Maya, open your eyes. Maya!
The letter. Did he take it?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer, a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woke up at all.
Maya! Ugh. There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. DL6 bullet stashed in a pocket. Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, still bears clear ballistic markings. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. To be continued. Oh shit. Well, fuck. I might as well finish the case today then. All right. December 28th, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are going to be settled at last. At a lot of things. What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder.
I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday.
Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Yeah, probably. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. What? What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge.
Right, good idea.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out.
Whoa, pal!
Oh wait, actually, whoa, pal. What's gotten into that girl?
Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth.
Good morning.
How'd it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got, on the way in, I feel pretty good.
Yugi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. The court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit defense evidence.
Understood. Come on, don't be awed in the silence by every little thing he says.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement.
Right.
Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness.
Why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will not testify. I see.
Very well. Please begin your testimony.
I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I'd need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi. I'm going to prove it. Can't we just use, like, fingerprinting and stuff? I mean, very easily we could just use that. Whatever. DNA evidence as well. But apparently only 3 days in trial, so whatever. I'm sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Paul. Wait, I should be... Yeah. Hold it. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger.
Now, Mr. Wright, there is no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony.
I'm sure he sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. But I wasn't running away or nothing. He has a chemical burn on his fingers, maybe. Then why did you leave?
He is just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking?
If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Went to buy some food for Polly, see? Food? Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see.
I'm guessing that's supposed to be gourmet.
She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't, but you weren't arrested until this morning? Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, I kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses.
I figured I got nothing to do with this case anyhow.
You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, huh? You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim that he is lying, then show the court proof. Ugh. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old Coger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well. Witness, please continue.
I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one.
How can you say you've had no motive? How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He cannot hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing over and over now. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order. Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Haha, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. Who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. It's Yanni Yogi, but I'm still gonna save regardless. Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi. Former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident. Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. Also, allow me to repeat once more, the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now. Let's save. Then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Let's cross... No. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingerprints, my fingers working on, with the stuff, yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burnt your fingerprints off to hide your past. Give me 1 second. Yeah. No spoilers. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we'll not be able to prove his identity.
No.
Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no?
No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we going to do? I don't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do?
Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine this, his parrot for a little comic relief, hmm?
Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not gonna do it. Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up?
On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? You need to even ask. This is a farce. I object.
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested to cross-examine, suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggest.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through this and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
I mean, yes, I know that this is the thing. Let the parrot take the stand. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Well, he sounded French there for a second. Uh-oh.
Ever heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
Do we just have the parrot? Give me a second to drink some water really quick.
That's quite a bird. Please, tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us.
Hello.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination.
Right.
What are you gonna do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya? I mean, obviously we say his name.
Hello.
Let's save here. Yes. Either that or maybe wasn't the parrot. Answers to the name Polly. That might be it. Objection. Oh, never mind. Mode. Yes.
Hello.
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right. What do I say? Forgotten something. What's your name? What's the safe number? Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago... Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget the DL6! Or don't forget DL6! If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello? That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something. Forgot something we forgot. Hello? Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something's the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait, don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Well, I guess we should try to get her some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Wait. Nope, that's not it. Alright, maybe hold it. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Frank Z, I cannot believe that you are speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Of course. Oh, wait, yeah. Alright, so yeah, I guess we just press and then choose another option. Witness. Can't just say hello. Okay. Right. What do I say? What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say, the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what's the, number to the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. Thanks, asshole. I know now. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha! Ridiculous! How could the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Found the DL6 incident, I assume? Take that. The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to that safe number? Save. For about... Yes. Case summary. It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah. Use the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. Very certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Bah! This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with this date. Nothing. Indeed. He just told us all his ATM number. Alone, it's a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other collaborating evidence. Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what? Very well, witness. You may continue. Is it now gonna let me, or is it just gonna be... you must speak to me? Okay. Alright, well then. Hold it. Witness, you can say, testify. Right, what does I say? What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly! Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot's name is Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Probably not.
Well. Yeah, no, probably not. Well, I guess it doesn't really have anything to do with that, no. What the fuck? Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah. Please only ask questions pertaining to the matter at hand. Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. Alright. Oh shit. Fuck! Okay, I'm not sure which one I'm supposed to have it on. If it's this or another, or like what I'm supposed to use, but let's check. Clear ballistic markings. Maybe check. Date 12/28, 2001. The elevator auction was completed. Scene. For a defense attorney trapped in the elevator, returning from a lost trial with his son. One bullet found in the heart. The murderer's weapon was fired twice. Yogi, age 37, court bailiff, trapped in the elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory lost due to oxygen deprivation after his arrest. Fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Oh, fuck. Yes, it does. Alright. Press. That's good to know. Holy shit, that's fucked up. Alright, well, what's your name? Yes, it does. Okay. Ha! Fascinating! You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... in here. The DL6 case file? That is quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed. It does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Bah! A mere coincidence. That's all. My grandfather has a dog. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix, right? Does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. She's only 7 years old. The next case is going to have a large. Yeah, I guess large enough. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is mere coincidence, that's all. True, yeah, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker to the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Well, yeah. Wait! This witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is what the real...
This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Order. Order. Yanni Yogi. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond? Tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be 3. Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook, so I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets.
Well, wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why didn't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Von Karma, where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? Oh, that's still an innocent verdict on you, Von Karma. There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case, so I'd like to pass the judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth,
not guilty! That's not more voice casting mic for... What? Voice casting mic for... Okay.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
No. Stop.
Did someone say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Because I recognize that voice. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth. Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we've heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad.
Uh-oh. What do I do? Raise an objection, I assume. But, just in case. Your judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
Alright. For 15 years, I've had a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations which ends today. The culprit is me.
Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
Alright, so he got declared innocent for this one, though. That's fine. December 28th, 2:24 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad?
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy. Just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case? For what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. But what are you talking about, pal? You just admitted to doing it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare.
What?
It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me.
Right.
December 28th, 2:30 p.m. at District Court, District Court, courtroom number 3.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, so pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Give me 1 second to do something. I'll be back.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
There it is. Okay. Sorry about that. I just need to charge my phone really quick. All right. Come on. There we go. Okay. Does the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please.
That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream?
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
Bah, it's the same claim as Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I already know what it is just from the, single gunshot. There we go. Present. With, it is this, right? Oxygen crime. Trapped, lost son, 1 bullet in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. There we go. Alright. Present. Are you sure you only heard 1 gunshot?
Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream, then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. Do you enjoy dragging that file? You do enjoy digging out that file, don't you? I don't expect this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Ms. Edgeworth's testimony?
Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard 1 gunshot. Yet, the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot?
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with this case?
I think so, yes. Because again, I noticed the bullet hole, so yes. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident?
Yes. Do I present this? Yeah, I think so. Look at this photograph.
This is a photo of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see the victim lying there. He is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where? Your Honor, please. Please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the room, in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order, order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright. But who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary. That's on page 1. Look what's written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Ah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick.
Well, nope, never mind.
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found in the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your father? Oh, that was not your intention?
Yes, I did.
Oh no. He's accepting the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? Save. Yes. Back. I have an objection. Your Honor. I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, Oh. Wait, we never had to do grounds before. Fuck you. Nick. I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no. Ah. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed. What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? Fuck, I made him too French again. I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? Murderer didn't need it. Murderer had to find it. Maybe the murderer had to find it? Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. Bah! What possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... the bullet would be proof the murderer was caught. The bullet would be proof. Or maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof. Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the two shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? Oh. Let's not do that. The murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for a straight bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Bah! The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You didn't want to admit it, but it's true. Ugh. Had to take it. Had to take it. Murderer, what does that mean? You're thinking too normally. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance, maybe if it hit you, you wouldn't have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there, you know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? By the way, fuck you, Alice von Horedz. Don't spoil the fucking case. Let me get this straight. So the time the murderer shot themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But that's a problem. There's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogri, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes.
two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. And then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone... Hey, Nick!
Huh?
I just thought of something. Really crazy.
Crazy?
Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect... Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Whoa. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was Von Karma.
Oh man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Well, I guess yes, but still gonna save. Say it now. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Uh-oh.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
Ugh. My hands are shaking.
What? What?
Von Karma!
Ow, fuck.
Von Karma.
You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah! You don't object?
Ugh. I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would need surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctors that operate on me. Have him testify.
Ugh.
Nick, let's find out who his doctor is.
It's no use.
Edgeworth?
I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave any clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness.
Ugh, nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane! No, he couldn't have. You couldn't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot?
Options. Save. I have a crazy idea, but I think it'll work. Because I still have the metal detector, don't I? Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. You know how, I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Take that. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where's that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There's the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find. I refuse! You refuse? But refusing this means... you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order, order, order! Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Got it. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. It's good, it's not. The first game is good. It's so simple, not that complicated. Yeah. I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to the DL6 incident. We can prove against that. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. This is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright. Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder is from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any evidence of the DL6. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. Sorry, Mr. Wright. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. 1 day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Present. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. It came up first in the trial 2 days ago. The ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. Oh, what's the new one? Oh, never mind. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is
the bullet buried in... the other Mr. Von Karma is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Okay. I'm not gonna voice that.
That scream. I heard that scream before. Wait, I know.
Nope, we can't breathe. Quiet, you're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. Stop you. My air. Throws the gun.
Get away. Get away from my father. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
Mr. Von Karma? It's that! It's only, I don't know.
So it was you.
Give me a second to try and read out what he said there. Oh. Let's not block my camera, though. It's Ves. Only you would, deny me. Yeah, only you would deny me.
So it was you.
You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulders that would never fade. I bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death! Death! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry.
Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
I was careless.
I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth.
It was a shock like
none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. It was the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went to the hall and felt my way to the elevator. Give me a second. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all laying unconscious from the oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol laying at my feet. I knew then, it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring it into this miserable shard. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Miles Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. December 28th, 15:38 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory.
So it's finally over, Edgeworth.
Right.
Yeah?
I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try thank you.
I see. Thank you, Wright.
You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Ugh, sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there.
Whoa!
Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see. Whoop. I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take it a little time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded.
Hey, y'all. Lotta. Y'all were great in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congratulations.
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar, even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh?
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta?
Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up on trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
Huh?
It's over, Nick. My life is over.
What? Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now?
Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world.
Another girl broke up with him. You don't look sick.
It's kind of... she's gone to live in Paris. Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind.
Should have seen that one coming.
Yo, Edgy, there you are.
Yes, here I am.
Congrats, Edgy. Here's a little gift from me in celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts, you can come along tonight too, pal. My treat. Huh? Yeah, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right?
I think you'll be fine, Larry.
Right.
Yeah, what's up?
That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it.
Well, yeah, it's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes.
It's $38, right?
Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly?
Nick,
wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? 38. No! No! Larry, it was you!
What are you so surprised about, Wright?
Huh?
Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
I never was good at history.
Edgeworth,
You didn't know, did you?
I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember?
Yeah, too well.
Right. You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
I know.
Really, Wright? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, it sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't think the statutes of limitations has run out. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
There you have it.
Ugh.
Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did.
Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist.
Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too.
Death.
A death sentence for both of you. Man, if I only had known, I'd have become a prosecutor.
The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in order to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all.
Edgeworth.
Want to switch, right?
Hey, y'all. Line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time. Let's go.
And after that, dinner on me.
That's going to be how the game ends, isn't it? Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom. Even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Wright and Co. law offices. Wait, even though Edgeworth him. Yeah. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter. Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you. It made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? Ah! The first trains for the mountains have already left to the station. Oh wow, they made a scene entirely for this. Give me 1 second, I need to drink some water. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Well, wait!
Give me a second.
What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run the office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon. Or, see you soon, Maya. Thanks. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins, with the same old crazy cast of characters. Huh. Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling about this. Alright. So. Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop. Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low and went right back to silence, I think? Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Kumiko Sue... I couldn't read that last part. Oh, Nick! Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she isn't exactly who you'd call... So, what is her? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Graphics. Tatsuro Iwamoto. A cheap date.
Who? Wright? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately.
You know, to ring my bell, sort of taught him everything.
I'm sure he's grateful.
Main programming, Noriyuki Otani. Phoenix Wright? The defense attorney for whom I wrote that avant for, yes. Oh, you should know that I've been taking management of the Great Water Hotel. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Or is what affidavit or something like that? Programming Matsaki something? I'm not sure. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Oh yes, Maya's understudy. I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him of late. I can't do voices with this. The days of my youth, like the scent of the fresh lemons you see. I'm just not going to do voices for him because it takes me a little bit to figure out, and then yeah. Masakazu Sugamori. Phoenix Wright. Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You couldn't be a start with a name like Phoenix. Oh, fuck that. No. Sound effects. Atsushi Mori. I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. Hiroshi Nakaya, Ayumi Tirada, was it? Tirada?
Oh, I got a letter from Maya one day. It sounds like she caught a cold, the weather. Wanted to visit, but I didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? Oh, I did a voice for her unconsciously. Weird. Yumiko Uchida. Yumiko Uchida. Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. I was kind of shocked for a boy my tender age. Atsushi Inaba. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Huh, me? I'm training to become a professional paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Her voice I kind of remember. Shinji Mikami. Sorry, Shinji Mikami. Oh, yep, and there she is. Mia. Fuck. This game's good. Also, I like the way that, since it should be in Japanese, and it's from top down for Japanese. Oh. A brand new episode has been added. Raised from the ashes. Yes, I want to save my progress. Alright. Well, I'm gonna tab out and just fucking turn off the game because I don't want to get spoiled to this. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna be in a black background for just a little bit. Actually, I'm kind of surprised I don't have my I need to add my background to this. But yeah, so that's it. That's it for the game. Well, kind of. I guess there's that bonus case that I'll play, but that's the case I'm gonna have with two other people who are gonna help me do voices. So that's it for today. A fucking 2.5 hour stream. I think that's the longest I've done. No, I've done a 3 hour stream before. It's not on my channel anymore, but I did it once. But I was with other people, so it makes sense. But yeah. That was really fun, actually. Because I'm pretty sure this bonus one isn't, like, part of the base game, I don't think. I might be wrong on that. Anyway, that's it from me. Thanks for joining in this journey. We'll have, like, a couple more episodes for that extra case. But other than that, thanks for joining. Right. So yeah, I stream many days. I don't know. I don't have a definitive streaming schedule really anymore. I used to stream just at 9 p.m., but I guess I don't anymore. Well, it's either 4 p.m. or 8 p.m. usually. Sometimes I'm a little bit late. The easiest place to check is my Reddit. And that's it from me today. Thanks for joining.